he's left training a little early there?
Yeah, a little bit of caution, just ready for a hard training session tomorrow. It's more of a lighter session today for us, but team shape, and just do a little bike session instead.
Do you ever think you'd be playing a game of football or soccer on Eden Park?
Definitely not. I think it was a great experience for me last year. Didn't know what to expect in a fantastic crowd, and I think especially for a lot of young boys who are coming through to experience that. And it was an amazing night, and hopefully we'll get the same on Saturday as well.
How important is it for the Phoenix in such a big market to play well and press and win, obviously?
Yeah, I think obviously for New Zealand football, how it's developed in the past few years, especially, it's getting stronger and stronger, and you see the young kids coming through. And obviously the Phoenix promoting that as well. I think it's been phenomenal. Our players have stepped up to the plate and delivered week in, week out. And the confidence that they're playing with at the moment, I think it's exciting for especially New Zealand football, and all the Phoenix supporters out there, and coming to Auckland now and getting the fan base here built up. And obviously we'll hopefully continue that from last year.
Stephen, what have you made of Tim Payne at right back next to you the last few weeks?
Yeah, listen, he's been fantastic, up and down his engine. I think he's gone away with the All Whites, come back, all that travel, and he just took it in his stride. He's playing with a lot of confidence at the moment, and yeah, he's been delivering.
And I think the last time the Phoenix kept a clean sheet was back at the end of January. It's been a while. You're still winning games, obviously, but how good would it to be able to keep the opposition to none?
It doesn't bother me about that. I think the main thing is just win the games. I look at Liverpool and watch the teams back home, and they're just getting wins and finding a way to win. Sometimes the way we play, we get after teams, and sometimes you got to take risks, and that's what we do. We want to make sure we go and get after them and cause them the problems. And sometimes, yeah, we're going to have to accept that they might score, but we're confident what we've got in the team to go and win games. And I think we're now playing with confidence since day one. The belief is there, and it's just a matter of time we get the momentum now and carry on and getting that unbeaten run again.
How have you found the start of this season compared to last? I guess they were both relatively slow in terms of results, but when you did turn a corner last season, it was 10 games unbeaten. I guess you're sort of hoping you can go on the same sort of run now. Yeah,
we drew a lot of games, I think, last year. Games, we thought we were dead and out, but we found a way to win. And obviously having Roy Christian last year just pulled something out of nowhere. But this year we've got a lot of players who can come and deliver. And I think we're playing better football this year, more controlled, and especially dominating possession. I think going to Adelaide now, playing them, I think the possession as well, we cause them problems all over the park from the minute one to the end. And I think it's been a while since the Phoenix have done that.
How difficult is it to remain patient? It's obviously a process, new coach, sort of new squad, and I'm sure he's preaching patience, sort of for things to sink in. How difficult is it to be patient, especially I guess because you lost a few, and you just want it to happen like that?
The manager's demanding on the players. I think the players who have come in, especially the foreign players, you come in, you got to deliver. It's as simple as that. And I hear a lot of people talking about young players being 23 years old. For me, you've got to be a man by then. If you're not making 18, 19 as a young kid, for me, your class is an adult, and you've got to, step up to the plate. But the good thing about us, our young lads now becoming leaders. And a lot of people said at the start of the season, you've got a very young squad. But listen, if they're good enough, they're old enough, and they're getting the opportunity and they're taking it. And they haven't looked out of place. They're playing fantastic football, playing a lot of confidence, which is the main thing. And obviously at the moment it's giving the manager a lot of headaches because of the performances on the park.
Tim Payne was mentioned before, obviously in there as a result of Louis Fenton getting out. How difficult do you imagine Louis Fenton's, how difficult will it be for him to get his place back?
I think obviously Louis been fantastic, and I think Penny's coming there, slotting him fantastic, and he can play in a number of positions. He's a proper athlete and a fantastic player. His engine, what it's been shown for us in recent weeks, has been unbelievable and giving us a different look. His delivery in the box as well, fantastic balls, and I think he's playing with a lot of confidence. Like the players are at the moment, we're just excited to take each game as it comes, but for the competition for places is strong, and as it should be here. No one's guaranteed a place, and the manager's made it very clear that as well in the dressing room. So if you're not training well, you ain't playing, and that's how it's got to be.
How are you finding the captaincy experience, Stephen? You had big shoes to fill.
It's nothing changed for me. I think just a simple this is a normal day in the office. I come in every day and I lead on and off the pitch with the boys in training every day, going there, and that's been since I left school at 16 years old, and that's the character I bring to the football club. I'm a very loud, very hyper kind of guy around the place, and I think first and foremost you've got to do the job on the pitch and the boys will follow as well, but I'm very lucky to be around a group of guys like that who make my job very easy with how they go around their business, graft every day, got the dog mentality in there, and yeah, they're performing well. It's a very hungry group of players.
What did you mean before when you said you think you're playing better football now than you were last season?
I think if you look at the possession, the way we were structured, I think last year we kind of played very risky football sometimes, but we found a way to win. I think we had the players that we had, you know, we had a lot of fight, and we managed to get the results, but obviously we did draw a lot of games, I think, on the unbeaten run. I just feel this year we have a bit more possession based, a bit more structure to the team, where I think we're taking a lot of the games to a lot of teams, and especially the Adelaide game, I think a perfect example. The Sydney game, second half, you know, there's not many times I think you've seen a Phoenix side getting after a team like that, and that just shows the confidence the players have got. The no fear factor as well, and you know, that's breathed from the manager, what he demands day in, day out, and he's on all the players after every game, and he just wants us to get better and better, and I think the performances are definitely doing that.
And what have you thought of Stefan?
Yeah, listen, having a character like Stefan and his presence behind us, you know, he comes off his line, very commanding goalkeeper, non-stop talking, and to have that makes the defenders' jobs very easy. I think a lot of talking it's important, but he's been pulling off some fantastic saves, I think, especially early on in the season, keeping the team in the game, and he's had I think a few man of the match performances, and when he's been called upon he's been delivering. I think he's made a massive difference. You know, coming in, a lot of people said, how are you going to cope with Philippe leaving, and he stood up to the challenge, and you know, they look at the specimen of a guy that he is, but yeah, he's been phenomenal. I think it's been a very yeah, a good signing for us.
And your beloved Newcastle going quite well. Has that been affecting your sleep patterns again?
It has been a little bit, yeah. It's been nerve-wracking watching them, but nice to get the results against Man City, and hopefully they can carry on that now.